Thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining us. How you doing tonight?
Very well. Thanks for having me, and thank all of you for the effort that you've put forth today.
We've had a good time.
you.
It's been a good long day, but yeah, we're gonna kind of tag team tackle this. And have you had a chance to see the commercial tonight?
I did see it. It was excellent.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Excellent. It's a good way to reach out to the older set. That's the bridge I think we need to make often with this the older conservative group
Yep.
that doesn't see things exactly the way we do and have some concerns about Dr. Paul's vision of liberty that doesn't really coincide with ours.
Rob, so, we know that you're a liberty activist. Why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about what you're doing, to promote the campaign?
Well, we've been working pretty hard here. We just finished the signature petition circulation period in Pennsylvania. We're in southeastern PA, and we had a big push to collect signatures both for the Ron Paul delegates, the alternates, and of course for Dr. Paul as well.
So how does the delegates work there? Is it proportional? At least here in Illinois, each delegate runs as a candidate. They need to get a certain number of votes to beat out, like, say, the Mitt Romney delegates, and that's how they make their way to the GOP convention. How is it where you're at? How does your delegates, so that maybe some of our viewers from your jurisdiction, are a little more educated on that?
The scenario here in Pennsylvania is pretty similar. You need 250 signatures just to get on the ballot. We were all shooting for 400 to 500 to protect against any challenge from the establishment candidates. And then, of course, the establishment, they have their own slate of candidates, both on the delegate side and the alternate side. Once you make it onto the ballot, you are now a candidate. You're going to appear on the same ballot that Dr. Paul and the other presidential candidates appear on, and you have to solicit votes. I'm a delegate candidate here in Pennsylvania's 8th Congressional District, and I'm one of 13, I believe, vying for 4 spots. So,
for your particular, is there an aggregate area where individuals from, say, Pennsylvania can get a hold of you guys or can find out who the delegates are, or if they want to get involved, they can contact you, or even neighboring states that they can contact you if they want to come in and help with some of the delegates and getting the vote out?
That's a good question that you raise. At present, there is not an aggregate spot to do so. We're kind of congealing, getting together on Facebook and some of the meetup groups. We just went through the what we refer to as the challenge period, which lasted about a week. And now that that's behind us, we're going to begin to advertise who our delegates are, where they are, how you can reach out to them, and how you can help get their name out in your community locally, with some of the First Amendment groups that have, a strict constitutional conservative attitude towards governance, and would be more likely to vote for the Ron Paul delegates versus the establishment endorsed delegates.
Hey Rob, this is Forrest. I'd like to check and just kind of get your opinion and your feeling this time around running for the election cycle. Have you noticed a shift or a growth of the Ron Paul support in your area, and what's your general take on the demographics relative to the other candidates?
Yeah, there's definitely been a growth since 2007, 2008. Of course, a lot of the same and familiar faces are out here, but what we're seeing is a lot more people, younger people, are coming out of the woodwork. And of course, we've never stopped campaigning. We're the people that never took down the Ron Paul signs. I'm the guy that ran for election after the Rally for the Republic. I was elected to the school board. I'm the elected constable in my township. So we've taken, well, I like to say, if everyone just applied their time, their talent, their treasure to this cause, whatever it may be, whether it be, you can go down the list of all the things the earlier guest said about running for office, or what Gigi's doing, bringing all the Liberty candidates together in one spot. If you do these things, you expand your sphere of influence, and that, I think, is what is really growing the movement locally and across the state of Pennsylvania.
I really like. Oh, I'm sorry. These stories are, I think, exactly what Ron Paul envisioned when his run in 2008 and today, was that he was hoping, I think, people on the local level would really start taking up activism, start filling those local slots, and then growing in and ultimately bringing the liberty message to the masses. And I think that's exactly what he was looking for.
And I think that's what's happening largely. G. Edward Griffin was speaking about it earlier tonight, and you have to try and influence government at a local level in order to have your message heard at the highest levels of government, I believe. And that's what we're doing. And some of us, in this delegate process, we may not be successful. Ballot position enters into it. Of course, the endorsements from the establishment enters into it. And we're going to just take our best shot at it and hope that we get enough candidates there that we can influence the direction of the party in Tampa. If I don't get elected as a delegate, I just got an email from Adam Kokesh that he tagged me to help him out with the security at the Veterans March, and I was an honor to be there with everybody. I was one of the marshals, kind of organizing the other marshals, and I hear they're marching on the Republican National Convention in Tampa. So if they do that, if I don't make it as a delegate, I hope to be there as part of the security force and the marshals helping out that effort as well.
Well, I tell you, you're talking to we only got about a minute here before we got to wrap up, but you're talking to really, there's 3 delegates here. I'm a delegate,
Right.
Aaron's a delegate, and Lisa's a delegate. And to hear your story, to me, it sounds so familiar and so
familiar.
encouraging.
Yeah.
It just.
I want to ask Rob real quick. You're out in Pennsylvania. What is the, what kind of support is there for Rick Santorum there in Pennsylvania?
Rick who?
Rick.
Yeah, Rick who?
Google Santorum.
No, I don't see it. I did get behind a car 3 days ago. It was I want to say an older gentleman driving erratically in an SUV with the only Rick Santorum bumper sticker that I've ever seen. So.
Well, great, Rob. That's fantastic. Thanks for sharing your story. It's really encouraging to hear actually a story that I think mirrors the 3 of us as delegates running our campaigns, just stepping up to the plate and filling it.
You have to put your name in. You have to throw your hat in the ring, and you have to go out and you have to make the effort and be willing to get your nose bloodied a little bit now and then. But you step into an arena. Politics is an interesting and a rough and tumble sport. But if we want to influence policy, this is where we have to start.
I agree. And we really hope to see you down in Tampa here in hot, sunny August.
One way or another.
Casting our ballot for Ron Paul. So thanks for your time.
My wife got #1 ballot position
Awesome.
in the alternate slate. So we'll see how that affects her chances of making it.
Fantastic. Well, thanks a lot for sharing your time. Yeah, great. Best of luck to you, and we hope to see you down in Tampa.
Thank you.